Hi there, Aaron Wilson from Dr. Broker. Here I am. Here's a little bit about me, how I got here, what I like. Let's rip into it. I grew up in a small town in southern Sydney, or Botany Bay, called Kurnell. We had beaches, national park, dirty big oil refinery, and it was a good place. Loved being a cub and a scout. I became a Sea Scout in Cronulla, did a bit of sailing and all that sort of stuff. That was good fun. I played rugby league and for nearly 10 years and was a hooker. Um, Loved the footy. The Kurnell Stingrays, go the Stingers. Unfortunately for me, I'm a diehard St. George Dragons fan. Um, Been to Cogra many times and left disappointed many times. But then again, you can't have it all. Love the Dragons. One thing you wouldn't pick about me, an interesting fact, is I was actually an A-grade tennis player when I was 14. Didn't go too badly on the tennis court. However, I did seem to imitate Mr. McEnroe every now and then. Maybe. Loved fishing. Did a bit of fishing growing up in Kurnell, etc. I couldn't really catch a cold. However, I do have the prestige of having a trophy for, I think it might have been the largest pest in the ocean, and that was a 600-gram flounder. So that was in my sparing trophy cabinet of my sporting achievements. Looking back, my mother took me back to Bathurst several times, where she was involved in lap scoring for the what was known back then as the touring cars, or the V8 supercars now. A couple of people that I really looked up to in my neighbourhood, old Malcolm Westnidge and etc. Ford men, and I happen now to be the proud owner of a 1972 Ford Ranchero GT, which is a factory encode, which means absolutely nothing to you. But what it means to me is that's a 429 cubic inch big block, and the way the car is with the 9-inch diff and all the rest of it, that's how it came out of the factory 51 years ago. And the sound of that big block is just pure music to my ears, almost as good as the sound of an F111 fighter jet. Music. I've seen the Eagles live in concert 3 times. Love the Eagles, and must say saw Phil Collins a couple of years ago and was really disappointed because he wasn't the same bloke he was back in the 80s. My favourite concert of all time would have been Chocolate Starfish at the Tooheys 1000 Bathurst event back in 1993-94. It's the first and only time that I've done crowd surfing, and yeah, it was a good time. As far as music continues, I love 70s and 80s music. It's just it's the bomb. And I'm actually going to see, Tina bought me some tickets, and we're going to go and see Robbie Williams at the Sierra May Winery, just 5 minutes up the road, next month. My favourite place, my special place where I relax, detune, and connect back to nature is actually when I'm out hunting. I love hunting, and obviously that's feral and introduced animals like goat and pig, and there's nothing like a bit of goat stew, let me tell you. So I'm 4th generation ADF soldier. My father served Vietnam. My grandfather's served army in Second World War, same as Tina's, one of Tina's grandfathers. Father, and in the First World War. So I'm very passionate, having seen the plight of returned servicemen, their support and I suppose their treatment. Again, anything you can do to support veterans in this country is more than a worthwhile event. Get behind our veterans; they deserve it, and we're very fortunate to have a way of life that we do. You've only got to turn on the television and you can see all sorts of nasty things happening around the world. So just be grateful that you're in Australia. What's something that I'm proud of? So we lost my father-in-law this year, and being able to contact the Commonwealth Government War Medals Department and plead his case that he was on his deathbed. I was very, very proud that they were able to expedite that process of potentially being 5 or 6 months to under a week, and present my father-in-law with his National Service Medals before his death. That's probably that was a good little deed and something I'm very proud of. When it comes to my television, it's generally on History Channel. Love German engineering, and again, that probably comes back to documentaries and videos, etc. Movies from Second World War growing up, having two grandfathers that served. Was just really awestruck with German engineering, and then of course then I went on to become a Mercedes-Benz qualified mechanic, and that served me really well. What have I got here? Obviously, Tina, she can cook a good meal. I take myself, on a personal level, I take myself really seriously. Probably get that from my mother. So yeah, I'm an intense individual. I like to get things done, very task driven, focused, orientated, and that's good because I'm here for you. I'm fighting for you. I want positive outcomes for you. That said, I've got a really dry sense of humour and I love a joke as well. Love a good joke, whether it's at my expense or someone else's. Nothing like a good laugh. What else have we got on the list here? That's probably enough about me. So you can see I'm an average everyday bloke, but I've got a lot of experience providing solutions. I was fortunate, as you would know, to sell $200 million of Caterpillar construction and mining equipment, having financed and sold that amount of machinery, whether that be to a small contractor or at the boardroom table with international procurement manager for Thiess, or dealing with a mine manager and general manager from Glencore or BHP, etc. I've got a really, really wide spread and depth of knowledge. Really well supported by people, e.g. an accountant and contacts in real estate. Again, I'm doing things differently. I'm doing things for you. At the end of the day, I'm here because I'm passionate about people getting good advice, not getting bad advice, and potentially taking on too much or not going in the right direction like we did. Having come out the other end and being mortgage free and having experience with self-managed super funds, asset finance, commercial property, etc. I'm really passionate about things like self-managed super funds and even NDIS accommodation. If you're looking, car loans, mortgages, personal finance, I want to engage with you one-on-one, and let's keep it real. I'll see you shortly.